Anything here will be legal. When I say break, I expect you to break. When I say stop, I want you to stop and protect yourself and take a step back. Touch them up, scoot back.
Tail of the tape for our opening contest. 8 rounds at 130 pounds. Gio Lopez with a 2-inch edge in the wingspan. Medina has had more rounds experience, and it's expected that he will try to give Lopez a few more rounds as Lopez continues his learning curve again. A highly touted prospect against a guy who's only 23, but Medina is looking to get back in the win column after a second straight setback. The bell and round number 1. The referee, Robert Hoyle, the southpaw, Lopez. Medina is 1-1 against lefties in his last 4 fights. His first loss came against the then undefeated southpaw in Raymond Ford. Said he learned he has to bring more pressure to the lefties, has to establish his jab more against the southpaw.
Easier said than done, especially against Lopez. You know, if you put pressure on him, you're liable to walk into something early, especially. So he's got to be careful. I mean, I like the idea of pressure, but it's not always the smartest thing to do this early against a home run hitter like Lopez.
The explosive reflexes of Lopez already on display, establishing the lead hand, the right, and then landing that left hand to the body, Abner. You are very impressed with what you've seen. It's been early days for Gio Lopez, but he seems like he has the makings of a future champion. In fact, Eddie Reynoso says he's going to be a future 2-division champion.
Within 2 years, he says, and yeah, I can see that. Look at, he's so patient. Look at Lopez, how he's just waiting. He's so precise, selective with his punches, and great defense right there from Lopez. Again, you don't see that from young fighters like him.
Medina trying to parry Lopez's jab and come over the top of the left hook. Instead, there is Lopez right on the mark, Joe, with that straight left down the middle.
Yeah, that left hand he threw was a little roundhouse, and Medina had the right hand up for that. That didn't come straight down the middle, but he will start switching up, coming straight down the middle and coming around with that left hand.
Yeah.
All about the foot positioning. You see the lateral movement already for Lopez, utilizing angles, trying to bait, trying to set a trap for Medina.
Yeah, definitely Lopez trying to do that.
Getting him into the corner. Nunez pops the mouthpiece right out of Medina's mouth and nails him with a short right hook. So the power of Lopez already on display. Medina biting down, I would say, on his gum shield, but it's not enough.
I have to tell you, after that mouthpiece being come out, when we came back to the corner here, Lopez threw a left uppercut and got countered by a right hand from Medina. That was a slick move. So he's got to get that hand back quickly. Lopez does after that left uppercut.
Medina's been down once in his career, round 2 against Omar Castillo back in June of 2021. Medina went on to win a unanimous decision in 8 rounds, but already feeling the power. The face tells the story.
You can tell right away that left hand did damage, obviously. He took it like a champ, Medina did. But look at his eyes already cut open. Really precise punches there from Lopez. And it's just a matter of time, to be honest, guys. It's just how he's doing. He's being patient right now, Lopez. And he's so good at putting his punches together.
Yeah, that was a nice one. Straight left hand to the body, right hook by Lopez. And he's switching up. That's good. Don't be go up and down, mix up your punches.
Poised, cool, and explosive. We have seen a little bit of everything from Gio Lopez in the opening 3 rounds. And his second career fight here in Las Vegas. Lopez kicking off the prelims here on Prime from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. He is trained by Eddie Reynoso, who I mentioned will be in Canelo's corner as well. But so far tonight, a huge opportunity here for Lopez. Hall of Fame trainer Joe Goosen, former 3-division champion Abner Mares. Who cares who I am in semi-barracks? Mauro Domenico Ranallo. Lots to talk about with Lopez especially.
Lopez, look, he may be moving up to another division. You can tell by his body, he's huge. Yeah. He's really a big kid. He's in shape. You can tell he trimmed down real well for this fight. He's moving up. He's only 21. But what a puncher. Look, Medina, though, let me just tell you something. We'll probably see the mouthpiece come out here pretty soon. I mean, that's the replay I'd imagine we're going to see right here. There, it was a short left hand. He didn't really turn it over. He didn't get to turn his knuckles over, but yet that's the power he's got. Still knocked the mouthpiece out.
Lopez is on a 3-fight knockout streak. It's coming off his 5th career first-round KO against Leonardo Padilla back in July here in Las Vegas. But again, Abner, just 21 years of age, his 17th pro fight, 16-0 with 12 KOs. He is so much still to learn and improve, but the fundamentals are in place. And here is a huge opportunity for him to make a statement as we kick off the PBC prelims on Prime.
Yeah, and it's such a beautiful thing to get an early knockout, a spectacular knockout early on. But for Lopez, you want those rounds, you want to get the experience, and it seems like Medina's going to give him that tonight because he's taking some shots really well. He's still walking forward. So again, I think we're going to see some rounds again. Gio Lopez just has to work and keep doing what he's doing.
Lopez establishing that long-range jab. Again, Joe has the 2-inch wingspan advantage and sets up that lethal left hand. Very much, again, the style of guy we will see in our co-feature, the Southpaw Islamic Lara, and he's fighting Danny Garcia. Garcia had his mouthpiece knocked out against Lucas Diaz, and what was his biggest win, I think 11 years ago tonight.
And I will tell you, Medina, I'll give him a little.
That's where he's good at. That's where he's good at. In the inside, yes.
That's right. And this is where he wants to be because Gio Lopez has not mastered the inside yet. Although he can rip that left hand, that uppercut to the body, like right there.
Yeah, he's not as comfortable. He's not as comfortable in the inside, Lopez. Even though he's landing some shots there, but it's all Medina there. And that's what he has to do, being the smaller fighter.
Yeah, we've seen the lack of comfort on the inside can be pressured. And really, I mean, 17th pro fight, Joey is still out on his power as he continues to grow as a fighter. And again, levels to this thing. And Medina is posing a stern test, but Lopez is managing to connect with some nice-looking combinations.
And again, Medina's taking those shots really well. He's investing in the body right now, and that's what he wants to do. But outside Lopez, beautiful uppercut right there, and then body shot as well.
And Medina was the one who pulled out of that clinch, so he had a little bit too much right there and he backed out. And of course, Lopez picked up the slack and came right back in. Look, Lopez is going to land that left uppercut right there to the body. That's his go-to punch on the inside is that left uppercut.
Final minute of action, high volume. In fact, after the first round where Lopez went 26 of the 57, including scoring 11 punches, Medina was only 7 of 30. But in this round, Medina's 13 of 45, Lopez 22 of 39. So a higher level of accuracy for Lopez in round 2 as he continues to fight at close quarters with Medina.
Yeah, you can see the experience also from Medina, working in the inside, working with his free hand. Not so much.
Left hand upstairs by the undefeated fighter.
Yes, exactly. And he's hurting Medina with those punches.
Got to be impressed with Lopez's body work, outlanding Medina 29 to 5 thus far, making that early investment.
Yeah, those were nice short shots, but again, the hard, powerful ones were landed by Lopez.
Okay.
There we go. There's a little bam right there, right on the belt. That was not below the belt. That was right on it. Then he finished with the left hook and dropped a little overhand left.
And those hurt, Joe. You know that, well, he boxes well. Those short body shots hurt.
No lo cargues, güey. You remember? Pásalo ahí. Turn it like this. And hit home and then watch it. Bring it back. Y regresa rápido a la guardia. Si no te me quedes aquí. Si estás aquí, nomás cabecearle aquí, agárralo. Cabecearle aquí, agárralo aquí, pero con la guardia arriba y dale vuelta.
Eddie Reynoso instructing
Lopez
in that corner. Valuable advice. And of course, being around Canelo Alvarez doesn't hurt. He admires Canelo for his discipline and dedication. Canelo says that for him to be successful, Lopez, what he likes about him so far, Canelo says that Lopez has confidence.
And he does. I mean, he's fighting in the inside. He fights the fight that Medina likes. But again, you know, he does that because he wants to learn. He wants to perfect that. He's good in the outside as it is already.
Yeah, for a guy though that wants to get on the inside, and you got the height and reach like Lopez does, I would do everything everything I could to keep Medina on the outside.
Oh yeah, of course. That's easy.
Beautiful double jab, left hand through the high guard of Medina by Lopez. Very patient. Check hook, step off.
But there's fighters who you get work the inside again. Lopez, I mean, Ricky only has 8 knockouts, not that many knockouts, so you can take shots from him.
54% connect rate for Lopez thus far. 44 of 81. Medina just 17 of 59. Lopez utilizing the lateral movement again, showing off all the wrinkles, and again perfectly times that left hand to the face of Medina.
And you can tell Lopez he got his instructions in the corner to get out of that pocket and box this guy, and that's exactly what he's doing. You can tell that's what he was told. He's not hanging in that pocket right now, and nor should he be.
As you mentioned, both you guys in that first round, if there's an area that he still needs work on, is on the inside. So, as you mentioned, Joe, great advice, utilizing the ring, utilizing the lateral movement, establishing the jab, and making Medina mentally tired.
Right, now I say if Medina traps you, and you've got no choice, then you got to work through your inside game, but you got to get out as quick as you can and back to your boxing game.
I want to see Lopez change that left hand to an uppercut now. It's beautiful. It's landing as an overhand left, but as an uppercut, I think that's going to be the moneymaker.
Medina going to the body on the clinch, under a minute left here in round 3. Referee Boyle calls for the break.
And again, Lopez tied up Medina on the inside there instead of dealing with him, and he got out.
Great reflexes by Lopez, able to pick off Medina. As soon as he initiates a step, he gets picked off with the left hand.
Great defense by Lopez. Slipping those punches really good, and now it's time to come back after those slips.
Yeah, that's the second time now Medina's gotten in the inside, and Lopez has tied him up. He's not going to deal with the inside. He doesn't need to right now. He's controlling this fight from the outside, and until he gets better at the inside game, this is a smart move.
Less than 20 seconds left in the third round. 11 of Lopez's 12 knockouts have come within the first 3 rounds, but again, this matchup was put together in I call him a veteran. He's only 23 years old. 18 they were hoping that he would give him different looks, and so far Lopez is passing the test.
We're going to get some replays here from Lopez on how successful he was from that range, from that distance, moving away from the ropes, getting Medina off balance. Beautiful jab, slip, there it is. I want him to come back after that slip. That would be great counter punch for Lopez. Hoping that he does that in this next round.
Just slow for you. Have your balance right, feint. It's coming in. It's easy. You know, it's coming in. Keep jabbing, working. Don't make it happen. It will happen. You know what I'm saying? Sí. Aquí nomás maneja tu distancia, güey. Se te deja venir, estíralo y recíbelo aquí y recíbelo acá y regresa. ¿Ok? Pasas por un ladito, Gio, y luego regresas por el otro. Manos arriba, Vamos. Así, venga, amigo. Dale su ritmo, cabrón.
Let me kind of take a shot at what went on in the corner. They were instructing Lopez to use his distance and to use his movement in the box Medina. That's the smart move, and those are the smart instructions.
Oh, wow. Medina exploring and Lopez's defense being tested. He's been known to be defensively responsible. Does keep that right hand low. And Medina testing the waters here in the 4th round, where he's trying to break down Lopez. Now toe-to-toe.
That's what you want to do if you're Medina. You want to bring that dog. You want to throw those punches. I mean, Lopez is getting the outside, but the inside game, it's all you, Medina.
Lopez's biggest claim to fame thus far being a frequent sparring partner for Naoya Inoue. Says they sparred 50 rounds over a 5-week period when he was a 20-year-old. Of course, Inoue sent Stephen Fulton Jr. to the ranks of the unbeaten. Fulton Jr. returns in our prelims feature attraction coming up against Carlos Castro later tonight. But now Lopez, after tasting some of the pressure from Medina, trying to find his rhythm again.
Yeah, he's landing big shots right now, Lopez. And I'm going to tell you, that left uppercut or that left hand is going to come into play. And I have a feeling he's going to hurt Medina with that in the next round or two, if not this round.
Yeah, Medina came out strong as she should, but again, it's all about taking control of the fight, and I think that Gio Lopez is back on that, taking control of the fight.
Medina born in San Antonio, Texas. Nice hotbed of boxing and showing that San Antonio fighting spirit. Going close quarters, and Lopez showing some veteran wrinkles, wrapping his arms up, getting the referee to step in, and getting countered with the left hook upstairs by Medina. And again, Lopez, that lead hand, he drops it low.
He drops it low and he pulls straight back. You gotta be careful with that, Lopez. Again, you're getting the experience, but those are things that you're gonna have to work on and perfect.
Lopez said he'd look for the body shot wherever he could get it. He's ahead 38-17 in that department thus far.
Yeah, and those are punches, mistakes you can't make against punchers. Medina, again, he's not a puncher, only 8 knockouts, but Lopez is eating some shots.
Yeah, Medina's, look, he's got one thing he's got to do right now. He can't lay back against Lopez.
Yeah.
He's got to put some pressure on and go for it. And that's not happening right now. Lopez is backing him up and hurting him. That's why Medina's moving backwards.
Lopez at his preferred range here launches the jab and then lands a couple of left hands, backs up responsibly defensively as we are 10 seconds away from reaching the midpoint of the scheduled 8-round contest at 130 pounds. Undefeated prospect Gio Lopez leading the way.
Hey, that was a good round. Good round, man. I tell you, what is it? What round is it? Big breath. Big breath. Is it 6? Mid. Okay.
Step in before you throw those punches. If you're getting real good, really nice.
When you come in, get tight, Rick. Get tight and weave yourself in there. But as soon as you step in, you need to lift those fucking shots with Rick and then get off to the side. But stay on his ass. Okay? Don't get out of the ring because he wants you. He wants to get around around.
For 3 minutes, don't stand right in front of him. Just leave it, right?
Deep breath.
We're going to walk to the side. We're going to try to counter his back. Right?
Good shit.
I want more. Walk to the side.
All right, here's Medina right there. He landed a beautiful jab right before Lopez was able to get his punch off. And he countered quite well occasionally in that last round, but not enough to win the round. His corner just told Medina, you got to get on him, stay on him, because if you lay back, you're going to lose the round at best, and at worst, you're going to get hurt.
Second half of this 8-round attraction at 130 pounds begins. Mauro Ranallo along with Hall of Fame trainer Joe Goossen, former 3-division champion Abner Mares at ringside. Gio Lopez at 16-0 with 12 knockouts against 15-2. Ricky Medina again coming off a loss in his last fight to George Acosta, so he wants to prove his worth and he wants to disrupt the apple cart, derail the hype train that is Gio Lopez.
Yeah, Lopez may be winning this fight, but he's, it's not an easy fight. Medina's making him work for every round that Lopez is winning.
Well, Medina had his best round in the last round, round 4, 15-42, and yet Lopez countered 20-57, according to CompuBox.
Because Medina gave up the pressure game and then started backing up the second half of the round. That's why he gave it away.
And there is blood around the right eye of Gio Lopez. So adversity here in round 5 is the 21-year-old Lopez now having to deal with a cut around the right eye.
And this is what being on the inside for Medina is doing for him right now. Plus, he landed a great short right hand off of Lopez in close.
That is the first time he has been cut in his career.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's bothering him at the moment. But yeah, it looks like a good cut. Again, he's got to overcome this. And Lopez, again, you got to have these fights. Joe, you as a coach, you got to be happy also that this is happening early in his career, because it's going to happen in better fights, bigger levels. So for Lopez, this is a good fight.
Yeah, you'd rather not have it happen ever, but eventually
It's going to happen. It's boxing, contact sport, yeah.
Lopez almost got himself off balance, swinging wildly with the right now, trying to again come forward on the front foot, establish the jab. Medina, his offense is being muted here with less than a minute now left after landing 15 punches in round 4. Medina back to single digits here with 45 seconds left. A good combination, and that's something Lopez also putting together some crafty combos.
Nice body work there from Medina.
Nice 1-2 from the lefty Lopez. Medina trying to slap trap, trying to feint, trying to find a way on the inside to get back to where he can put some pressure on Lopez, make him uncomfortable.
I think Lopez is overthinking a little bit here, Joe. I mean, what do you think? Think he's waiting a little bit too long to let those punches go when he does? He's so good.
Here's the thing, too much. You're going to be slowing down his punch out for Lopez. As long as he's keeping Medina on the outside, he's not for Lopez.
Yeah, but he's giving Medina an opportunity to land as well.
All right, let's see what happened to the eye. We're not sure if it was a headbutt, but most likely it was a headbutt inside. I doubt it was caused by a punch.
That was me all day. That was me all day.
It is Christopher Diaz working on the cut.
Let's see what happened here. You see the head's right there, and there's a little short shot. Now wait a minute. Now the head hit the eye.
There's the blood right there, Joe.
The head hit the eye after the punch.
And hey guys, I don't want Christopher Diaz to get mad at me because he actually works for Ricky Medina. That is Carlos Bacán Jr. who's working on the cut. Lopez. The first cut of his career. There's adversity here. He is ahead in the fight, but as you mentioned, Abner, these are the things as a professional prize fighter you have to work around. So here we go. Round number 6, scheduled for 8.
And it should be said that cut is on the outside of the eyebrow, so that's good that the blood won't necessarily drip straight down into the eye.
No, it won't bother him. It won't bother his vision whatsoever. Again, Lopez got to get on it.
Double jab, left hand to the body, and nice combinations. Lopez really opening up well here. Coming off the cut, but he opens up the 6th in style.
Yeah, that's what you want to do if you're Lopez. You can't give Medina those moments.
Medina doing what he has to do, making a rough and tumble affair. He's not going to outslick Gio Lopez. He needs to make it tough on the inside.
Well, he's got a great incentive right now. Lopez is cut. This is a great incentive for Medina to get in there, maybe open it up more. You know, anything can happen with a cut. It can get stopped. The doctor can stop it. The ref can stop it. We'll see.
Yeah, even if you're down on the scorecard, say, me as a fighter, that excites me, seeing my opponent bleeding.
But here's the thing, Medina's got to use this whole round. He's got to do 3 minutes, not 2 minutes and 50 seconds on the inside. He's got to press him, and that's how he's going to win.
Medina leaning in now, closing in. The referee, Hoyle, warning Lopez not to push his head down. And Joe Goodson, his brother was a baseball pitcher. You have Lopez pitching a shot to 5 rounds.
I do. I think Medina is really has spurts. Yeah, that's just a touchdown. Where Medina has spurts of, good moments on the inside, but not enough to win the rounds. I think, Lopez is landing the hard shots and winning the fight.
And now referee Hoyle is stepping in and not allowing Medina to really fight the fight that he would like to fight. As he again has realized Abner that he needs to keep it on the inside. That may be his only path to victory. Gets a line and stuff like that, and manages to counter Medina coming in with the left hook.
That's the distance, that's the range for Lopez. But yeah, Medina's making it tough for Lopez, no doubt, in the inside, the overhand, and he keeps working with that free hand, Medina. So really good round right now for Medina, even though Lopez has had some good shots.
Lopez started boxing when he was 6 years old, turned pro at 17, comes from a family of fighters for Medina. He started at 7, a lot of amateur experience. He also turned pro at 17. In fact, one of his closest pals is none other than the ring 115-pound division champ, Jesse Bam Rodriguez. 20 seconds remaining in the 6th.
Bam, a great fighter, but I think this may be the first round that I'm going to give Medina.
Right? Statistically very close, Joe.
Really close.
Done second.
Yeah, but I feel like Medina did a little bit
And it's
more
unbelievable.
pressure.
Lopez started so well.
He did.
Medina's come on and
He's closing the round, Medina.
Die. Corner right there, second goal by Lopez.
Okay, push yourself. Recupera, toma ahí el primero.
Catch him there.
¿Cómo te sientes?
How do you feel?
Faltan 2 rounds nomás, cabrón, hazlos bien.
There's 2 rounds left.
Lo estás
Do him
dominando
well.
con de velocidad.
You're beating him with speed. Catch him there.
On the inside, turn real quick and hit it. Don't stay there, turn or hit or something, step back. Alright? Recupérate, relájate.
Recover.
Relax. Hay que salir fuerte los 2 rounds, ¿eh?
Yeah, come out strong these next 2 rounds.
Pásame el otro.
You got this shit. You should dab,
ganar los últimos 2 rounds, bien claro.
He's won these next 2 rounds with speed.
Velocidad.
Speed.
Multi-talented, multi-linguist Abner Mines doing it all here. The PC prelims on Prime as we get to round 7, scheduled for 8. And when we talked to Medina, he told us that he wanted to put Lopez back on his feet, that he can't really handle pressure that well, that he wanted to make life miserable, and he's had moments. The last 2 rounds have been moments, and he did have a much better round statistically, but overall, and I know every round is scored individually, Lopez is ahead.
Without a doubt. You know, look, I mean, I bet at this point, Medina's corner wishes this was a 10-round fight, not an 8-round fight. Because Medina is coming on right now, just like this. And he's giving Lopez trouble. He's making it very difficult for Lopez to get off the punches he wants to get off.
Yeah, and this is going to come with the experience for Lopez. He has moments where he takes 1, 2 step back, and then he's got the opening for an open shot, but he doesn't take it. So again, you know, that's going to come with the experience for Lopez. He's not starting strong like the corner told him, so way too much in this round.
Medina's 5-1 with 1 knockout in scheduled 8-round fights, again coming off the loss of his last fight. And you look at the total punches landed round per round. Yes, at the last round, it was very close, very even.
And that's why I gave Medina that last round.
Ricky Medina Jr., El Castigo, the punishment, well, he wants to work on punishing Lopez on the inside, but that jab, that long stick of Lopez could be hoo-hoo throughout the night. Beautiful snapping left hand by Lopez. Great vision, great presence, great lateral movement.
Yeah, really good accuracy.
Good IQ.
Yeah, really good IQ from Lopez. The 1-2, you don't need much. The fundamentals, 1-2, step back, get out of the danger zone, get out of the ropes.
Yeah, Lopez pulled a nice little delayed feint and then dropped that left hand twice on Medina. It worked both times. Yeah, he's fighting a smart fight. Look, he's got 2 more rounds. He's got to cut. Doesn't need to get any bigger. Finish this fight, whether you get a knockout or a decision, and go on from there, because this is a great learning curve for Lopez in this fight.
Final minute of the 7th round, and you talk about the learning curve. He gets to sit under the learning tree of the likes of Canelo. He frequently watches fellow southpaw Jerome Boots, and is one of the best fighters in the sport. So at 21, undefeated, still very much in the learning stages of a promising career. And here Medina looking to promise some punishment to the body, but Hoyle again warns Lopez for pushing his head down.
Yeah, that's Lopez pushing Medina's head down. Smart move there, because that stops him from coming, obviously. But again, you know, Lopez doing all the right things, and Medina also making this fight really tough for him.
And another
learning
close
a lot.
round.
Yeah, another close round.
36 for Lopez. 3 for Medina. They both have landed 7 body shots.
But Lopez has landed a harder shot. And Medina's lucky that happened with the last 2 seconds of the round. That was a devastating right there.
You alright? You cannot stay on the fucking rope. You better make him go back. You understand me? One more, baby. One more. Deep breath for me. Deep breath for me. That was a headbutt, right? Move the fucking ladder out. Move the fucking ladder, okay?
All right, here we go. Here's Medina backed into the corner. Right hand low, left hand high. He had him looking the other way, and now he's really hurt. If there were 10 to 15 more seconds in this round, Medina would have been gone.
Yeah, they didn't get lucky.
Oh, yeah. You can tell by his eyes right there. He's still
Forget how he was walking, he was out of balance. Yeah.
Please.
Check, please, exactly.
Well, he got a good check for sure at the end of the round. And this is it. 8th and final round as Gio La Roca, the Rock Lopez at 21, looking to improve to 17-0, while Ricky Medina, the 23-year-old, looking to get back on track after a second loss.
Does Lopez try to go for the knockout here in the last fight? Exactly.
BBC Prelims on Prime is a Canelo pay-per-view.
He got all the experience he needed in this fight. Now get the knockout at the very end. You like the knockout.
He's never scored a knockout beyond this round, and here it is, the 8th and final round. Good defense there, nice pin, a good turn by Lopez.
Now we cherry on the cake for Lopez. He boxed really good. He did a fantastic job. Medina obviously gave him a good hard fight, but Medina with the knockout.
He's almost doubled him up in total connects throughout the fight, has Lopez.
Stop! Got you. Well, on my notes here, I got two words to describe Medina: tough and brave. And he's really showing that right now.
And a word, that's three words. First minute, we're busting those cojones early. A minute gone here in the 8th and final round. There's that sharp jab. And you wonder what the corner instructed him to do in this final round.
And Joe, you as a coach, I mean, you might be a little bit frustrated there with Lopez because you know that he can go out there and finish this guy, but he's taking his time. He's waiting too long for my liking. There it is.
Lopez known for that uppercut. One of the rare occasions we have seen tonight. He loves that left uppercut on the inside.
You gotta let those hands go.
If Medina was a knockout puncher, you would say box. You know, this round, just get out of the fight. But he isn't. He's got a 50% knockout ratio, basically. I would go for it.
He could risk it.
Coming into this fight, Lopez's biggest win, a 10-round unanimous decision over former world title challenger Eduardo Baez. Back in June of last year, he dropped Baez in round 9, won a clear 10-round decision, so he continues to grow as a fighter, overcoming the first cut of his career here midway through this fight. And with a minute now left, Gio Lopez, will he search for his 13th knockout, or will he be content to cruise to another victory, another step, as he grows as a professional prize fighter?
The corner's done a great job.
Oh no!
You good? Yeah, show me something. Show me something.
Lopez looking to close the showing style. It's all been thanks to that left hand. Medina trying to show that double toughness, trying to survive to the final round. 20 seconds. Or final bell. Lopez sitting down on the punches. Medina Medina's corner, instructing him to tie Lopez up.
This is a time, such a scorecard time.
Knocks Medina down in the 8th, and we'll take this fight going away.
Well, that was a great fight, number one. Lopez learned a lot, and Medina really hung in there tough. You got to give him credit.
No doubt.
And the three words are right.
The knockout won Medina in that 8th round.
Tough and brave.
Let's look at the replays here from Lopez. Beautiful left, and there's the oh, he set it up. He set it up with the right hook, and the left hand came straight into the chin of Medina. Down he went.
He actually pulled Medina's left hand down with that right hook. That was a smart move. And then dropped the left hand in.
We gotta give it to Medina too. He got up and he finished this fight.
They did a great job stopping the blood in the corner on that cut on Lopez's eye. That's a nasty little cut. That's going to take a few stitches.
Yeah, Medina has been defeated twice, never stopped. Lost again, as we mentioned, to Raymond Ford back in June of 2022 via 10-round unanimous decision. Ford was also a lefty, remember, and now he faces, well, his third lefty. Beat Juan Antonio Lopez in May of 23, 2 fights ago, but Medina in tough against the 21-year-old Gio Lopez. Incurred that cut around the right eye, but it appears to be a cut above when it comes to this fight tonight. Let's get the official decision.
Ladies and
Take away
gentlemen,
Miguel.
after 8 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges are in agreement, 80-71 for your winner by unanimous decision, and still undefeated, Gio La Roca